Still not sold on infinite banking? Well, here are the key benefits of this life-changing concept. All right, first, one of the benefits I love is that it's guaranteed, right? Guaranteed money. One thing I love is that if you're gonna have money, you wanna make sure you feel safe and be able to have those guaranteed returns of at least 3-4% a year is awesome, right? Especially right now, heck, I can even get 3 or 4% at my own bank. And if that's the minimum guarantee, even better. It's because here's the thing, you try to put your money in a bank account and it sucks, right? It's like a point nothing percent return, and then they tax you on that point nothing percent return, don't they? So really, ultimately, you make no money in a savings account. So why do we put our money in that bank anyways? Because it feels good, makes you feel all warm and fuzzy and cuddly inside, teddy bears and hearts and rainbows. No, come on, we want to make money here, right? We want our money to actually work for us so we don't have to work so hard for it. So that's one of the biggest things. I love that it's guaranteed and it's going to make much better returns than a stinking savings account. In fact, right now, this infinite banking policy is paying at least 5 to 6% a year. And good news, if there's interest rates that are increasing like we're seeing happen right now, that also means you make more money inside your infinite banking policy. So that's huge. All right, number 2, it's tax free. Remember how I mentioned that your bank account's taxed at point nothing percent? So you basically make nothing. This is totally tax free, off the books. Many of our investor clients love this because they're so used to having different investments that they're using. And of course, those investments will always have those tax forms coming at the end of the year. They gotta send like 500 pages to their CPA, and it's just a mess, right? With life insurance, it's simple. No tax forms, nothing comes back. Some people even wonder, saying, hey, I didn't get any tax forms. Am I okay here? Yep, you can log in anytime you want and you can see the money's there. They just don't tax you, so you don't have to report anything to the IRS. I love it, because it not only grows tax-free, it comes out tax-free. It's kind of like a Roth IRA, but it's kind of off the books. Number 3, this one's also good too. Speaking of off the books, is that it's protected from lawsuits and creditors. In fact, in most states, it's 100% protected. You could have literally millions of dollars sitting here, and if somebody sues you and wins, they can get to almost any other account that you have in your money, any other asset that you have. But this is one of the few assets they can never touch. It's amazing, especially if you're worried. If you're an American, and come on, let's admit it, Americans are so sue happy. I know you guys up in North and Canada, you guys don't really get that much, but for us Americans, people are sue happy all the time. Not to mention if you happen to have some debt issues and there's creditors, it's nice to know that they're not gonna be able to take that money away from you. You have something to protect you and your family in case the worst were to happen. That I love. Also, another thing that I love too is that it allows you to make higher contributions. See, I mentioned this is kind of like a Roth IRA, taxed very much the same way. But with Roth IRAs, you can only put in $6,000 a year or $7,000 if you're doing those catch-up contributions. You can't get wealthy off of $6,000 or $7,000 a year. You can't hardly save anything in that case. And now I know somebody's on here is gonna say, oh, Chris, but you can do a backdoor Roth IRA. Okay, that's true, you can. But what if the government takes that away? They were already talking about taking away this last year because they said, hey, people are trying to get around us paying taxes. We don't like it. Well, here's another thing. Just so you know, when we talk about tax-free, people say, well, will life insurance ever not be tax-free? Will it get taxed at some point? Well, in the last 100+ years, the government has not wanted to tax it. They've always brought it up, but they never do it. For one, there are lots of money in insurance companies, just like banks. They have lots of lobbyists. And 2, guess where you think the politicians are keeping their money? They're keeping it here, right? They want it here because they know they want it protected as well. So they're gonna vote to give themselves favors, and you should too. So the thing I love is that not only is this tax-free, but like a Roth IRA, you can also contribute more money. Now people say, well, how much can I contribute? You can contribute, depending on the company, up to 25% of your gross income. 25%, guys. So if you're making $100,000 a year, that means you can put in up to $25,000 a year. I have some people that say, hey, I'm making $500,000 a year. Does that mean I can put in $125,000 a year? Yep, you sure can. Wow, well, I can actually have a better lifestyle saving that much than I could just trying to, save $6,000 a year in my Roth IRA. You got it. Okay, so here's a bonus for you, right? Many people get frustrated because if they make too much money, they won't be allowed to contribute to a Roth IRA. Not an issue here. You can make as much as you want and still be able to contribute to the life insurance policy, to this infinite banking policy. So that's a big, big deal. Now, let me put a little warning on this because I'm talking about infinite banking policies. I don't want you to think that all infinite banking policies are the same. They're not. The agent can design these to be good or bad. So when you hear people like Dave Ramsey or Susie Orman say whole life is a waste of money, they're correct in many, many cases because of the way the agent sets it up. But you can set it up with paid up additions where you can get more money in than the cost. You can bring the cost down while getting more money into it, allowing it to grow that cash value faster. And that's what we ultimately want. This is why we call our method Max ROI Infinite Banking. So I want to make sure I talk about this because my last point is my favorite benefit of infinite banking. And it's this: you can have your cake and eat it too. You can invest with this money. Now, here's the thing, to be very, very clear, this is not an investment, right? In case there's any insurance people watching this, this is not an investment. This is more of a tax-free supercharged savings account with a death benefit that's attached to it, right? But the one thing you can do is you can either withdraw the money or you can get a line of credit against it, meaning you can get a loan against your cash as that's the collateral in there. So for example, you can get a line of credit from a bank or even the insurance company directly. So let's say you have $100,000 you've saved up in this account. You could either withdraw $50,000, but if you do that, well, now your account balance shrinks to $50,000, meaning you only earn tax-free interest on $50,000. But what if you could still access the money, but the $100,000 still in there earning compounding tax-free interest? That's where this line of credit comes in. Because people always say, why do I want to borrow my own money? You don't. You borrow their money, whether it's the bank or the insurance companies. You get the money from them. They know that they're safe to lend you the money because you've got guaranteed money inside of here. It's going to grow at least at 3 or 4% a year. They're never going to lose it. They know they can lend you money and be safe. Even if you blow it, they're still know they're safe because worst case, they can just take the money out of there. In fact, that's what they'll do. Worst case, if you don't pay back any of your loans, they just pay it back at death. When they pay out your death benefit, they pay off those loans and then pay your family or your heirs tax-free. So yes, not only do you get access to that money tax-free, but it pays the death benefit tax-free. But what I can do is I can borrow money from the insurance company, take it out, and use that to invest wherever I want. So if I want to invest that in a real estate property, say it's paying me 10% a year, and I'm also earning, let's say, net 2% a year on the compounding interest compared to the interest that they're charging me, I now make not 10% a year, but 12% a year. Guys, this is how not only me, but many of our clients have made tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars more investing using this tool instead of using just our simple savings or checking accounts. Huge, awesome stuff. So anyways, guys, that's the benefit. It's like, yes, it's tax-free, it's protected from lawsuits and creditors. You can make it with lower costs, you can contribute more money. There's better returns than that point nothing percent taxable savings account. But even better, you can invest it and have your cake and eat it too. If you think this is awesome, you can also do things with this when you go and buy a car. So check out the video how to buy a car with infinite banking now.